Petitions. The member for Oshawa.
Thank you, Speaker, and I am pleased to be able to read this petition entitled Pass Anti-Scab Labour Legislation. To the Legislative Assembly of Ontario, whereas the use of replacement workers undermines workers' collective power, unnecessarily prolongs labour disputes, and removes the essential power that the withdrawal of labour is supposed to give workers to help end a dispute, that is, the ability to apply economic pressure. Whereas the use of scab labour contributes to higher conflict picket lines, jeopardizes workplace safety, destabilizes normalized labour relations between workers and their employers, and removes the employer incentive to negotiate and settle fair contracts. And whereas strong and fair anti-scab legislation will help lead to shorter labour disputes, safer workplaces, and less hostile picket lines, whereas similar legislation has been introduced in British Columbia and Quebec with no increases to the number of strike or lockout days, whereas Ontario had anti-scab legislation under an NDP government that was unfortunately ripped away from workers by the Harris Conservatives, we, the undersigned, petition the Legislative Assembly of Ontario as follows: to prohibit employers from using replacement labour for the duration of any legal strike or lockout, except for very limited use to undertake essential maintenance work to protect the safety and integrity of the workplace, to prohibit employers from using both external and internal replacement workers, to include significant financial penalties for employers who defy the anti-scab legislation, and to support Ontario's workers and pass anti-scab labour legislation like the Ontario NDP Bill 90, Anti-Scab Labour Act 2023. Of course, I support this petition. Will affix my signature and send it to the table with Paige Sophie.